Aimed at businesses and corporate offices, this is Lenovo's ThinkCentre M90n-1 Nano. Its size is a bit deceiving, but inside you find a ton of useful hardware, including Intel's i5 8th generation 8265U processor in this particular unit and up to 16GB of RAM. This is a great middle ground for moderate to heavy tasks like using and working on dashboards, dealing with a lot of data, presentations, and the general web browsing. Using this in a more creative environment where making graphic-rich content and videos is involved is a no-go. Externally, the Nano has a wide variety of ports to choose from. On the front, you find the power button, a Type-C USB 3.1 Gen 2 port, two Type-A USB 3.1 Gen 2 ports, and a headphone and microphone jack combo. The back has the power input, a display port, another Type-C and Type-A USB 3.1 Gen 2 port respectively, the Ethernet port, and the Kensington lock for security. With such a comprehensive selection of ports, the aim of the machine is to take less space yet maintain or raise productivity levels in an office environment. You can get the same power from it as a traditional desktop, and it consumes 15% less energy in terms of power intake. The M90n-1 Nano also supports various installation methods, whether you want to place it on a surface or have it docked somewhere else. And even more surprisingly, you can actually replace the CPU on it from the top with a bit of prying here and there, given its modular design, but from the bottom, unscrewing gives you access to things like the battery, storage, fan, and wireless card. The only drawback I found was that the M90n-1 has no HDMI port, and I think more old school offices might find that a big miss. If you've got a Type-C USB dongle that maybe has an HDMI port, you're sorted, but with the dongles it adds to the clutter, which defeats the purpose of the machine in the first place. That being said, I do see many workspaces considering this over a traditional computer tower. All you need is a mouse, a keyboard, and a monitor. I think the most optimum way to set up the ThinkCentre would be with a wireless keyboard and mouse to really get the most out of it, but I don't see why wired wouldn't work either, so long as your cable management is on point. Under some intense load, I didn't find the fan noise on the machine to be particularly distracting. There was no sign of overheating, which is another plus point, and of course, because you're running Windows 10 off of a 256GB SSD, there's no real sign of slowdowns or stutter. So this isn't for your typical consumer. What this would be ideal for is office spaces that maybe need to bulk order these. Equip every desk with one, and this could become a cost-effective and quite a viable solution to a clean and clutter-free office space. The added convenience of its size also becomes a plus point. So that's my overview of the Lenovo ThinkCentre M90n-1 Nano. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, this was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.